Okay, using a garbage can and 2 books as my tripod. We're ready to film. You're gone now. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a life update Q&A. I haven't done a Q&A on here in a while. Lots of life updates that I haven't really shared on this channel, and I do want to give a shout out to TurboTax for sponsoring today's video. We have had so many changes recently in the past few months with having a new baby. We also announced on our vlog channel that we are building another house, which is crazy, so I'm answering some questions about that. We're going to be moving, and it's just been like a lot of stuff going on. We also hired a nanny, so we just have like a lot of big life changes that are happening. That can change your tax situation. Taxes can be so stressful. It's one of those things as an adult that I'm just like, I don't really want anything to do with it, but like everyone has to do them. Especially for us, we have so many different streams of income. We're self-employed. Like I said, having a baby, building a house, all these things just like change your tax situation. So with TurboTax, you get the comfort of having a tax expert who understands your unique situation. The TurboTax experts are also very proactive, so you know that you're getting like every deduction that you can get. They also get to know you, give you advice, and match you with a specific expert based on your unique situation so that they can be as helpful as possible. So definitely check out the link down below if you guys want to try the TurboTax Live full service. Especially this time of year, I know everyone's kind of trying to like finalize their taxes and get everything finished up. So yes, if you guys want to check out TurboTax, I'm gonna have it linked down below, and you can hand off your taxes to a tax expert. They can help take care of you and any different big life changes that you've had. So yes, thank you to them for sponsoring this video. I don't know if you guys just heard that, but it was Cove yelling in the background. She has not been napping lately. There's a little life update for you, and it's very, very hard. She's supposed to be doing quiet time, but I'm not in charge of her right now. Parker is, so. Okay, I went and screenshotted these questions this morning, literally at like 6 a.m. because Cove actually woke up today and was throwing up. So life has been so crazy. I feel like we're kind of getting out of like survival mode after having my second baby. Lola's 4 months old now. My last video that I did was a like belly transformation throughout my whole pregnancy, so if you guys didn't see that, then I'll also have that linked down below. I feel like we're slowly kind of like getting things figured out, trying to get into like a routine. It feels good, but it's definitely still just like kind of crazy to have 2 kids in general. So yeah, I'm just gonna answer these questions. I have like a ton of them. I want this video to be just like a chill Q&A, so I picked a lot of them because I don't like to watch Q&As where they only answer like 5 questions. And the first one is tips for getting through the newborn phase, and I have been really lucky to have 2 pretty good newborns. Lola did kind of have like 2 weeks of being really fussy when she was like a month old, but luckily that passed. I put her on a probiotic, and I think that that's what helped. We didn't know if she had like tummy issues or something, but just in general, getting through the newborn phase, I actually loved the newborn phase. Both times that I had my babies, I feel like it's so just like peaceful and special. And I feel like you kind of just have to let go of like any expectation that you are gonna do anything else other than just like rest and take care of your baby, and like try to also take care of yourself. I would definitely say don't plan like a lot of things. Just really take that time, at least the first like month, to just like be in bed with your baby and be hanging out with your baby, take care of your baby, take care of yourself. You'll never get that time back. Like you never get that time back to just sit and be with your baby. It's the most special time ever. It's like my favorite thing when the baby's like 3 days old, like not even a week old yet, and you're just like laying on the couch. My top tip is to have people bring you food. No visitors, and have people drop off food. We only had my mom come visit at the beginning because she made us dinners, and then my sister also came after a couple weeks because she like brought us groceries and stuff. So have people do things like that if you can. Food is like one of the most helpful things that I think people can do. Just go day by day. Next question, do you feel like breastfeeding this time is easier or harder than your first? I've also had a good experience breastfeeding both times. I haven't really had a lot of like hard times with breastfeeding. The first time I did get a couple clogged ducts, which was not fun. This time it's been pretty good. I haven't had any of those yet. I do feel like my milk supply has gone down a little bit since I was sick last week. What has been hard is that we actually have a nanny. I think I have some questions about that, so I'll get into that in a little bit. But I've been trying to have like pump to give Lola bottles, and I just don't pump as much as like she eats usually. It's like just as easy as it was, but also hard because I'm trying to like pump extra for bottles, and that makes it hard. We did a lactation link breastfeeding class that I really liked the first time that I was pregnant, so that helped me like know all of the things to know about breastfeeding. So I recommend taking a class if you can. Battery's gonna die on this camera actually. I'm gonna tell Parker ask him to bring me a new battery, and that sucks because it took me forever to like balance the camera on literally the garbage can and 2 books, so I'll have to fix that in a second. But next question, are you reusing any of Coco's clothes for Lola? Yes, I reused a ton of them. I really was hoping that they would be born like in the same season, like my first and second baby. I obviously had a lot of like girly things, but I had a lot of gender neutral things too, so either way, like no matter what my second was, I wanted to reuse a bunch of stuff if I could. And Cove was born in August and Lola was born in September, so they're pretty much like the same age at the same time of year. So I've actually reused quite a few things, which is really great because especially as a baby before they're eating food, Cove didn't really like ruin as many clothes. More of her stuff gets ruined now that she's like a lot messier. So her older, like bigger sizes, I probably won't reuse like quite as many of them. But especially as a baby, I definitely have bought Lola some stuff because the second time around I knew more of like what I liked. Like I like zipper onesies as like her main outfit, so I bought some of those, but for the most part I have reused like quite a few of Cove's clothes, which saves you a lot of money. Okay, next, what do you have done to maintain your look, like lip filler, microbladed eyebrows, etc.? So I did lip filler over a year ago. I really like it. I thought I would go after like a year and get a touch up, but I feel like they still look pretty good. And when I was pregnant, my lips were actually so swollen. I didn't really like the way that it looked, so it kind of scared me away from going anytime soon to like get more lip filler because they looked like they were too big. So I probably won't go for a little bit. I do plan to get a touch up just like probably at some point this year. And then as for anything else, I get my hair done probably like every 3 months, and I have had my, okay, that battery lasted for like 2 seconds. Anyways, I've had my eyebrows laminated I think a couple times, and I like doing that, but I feel like I can get a pretty, I'm just gonna stay, I can get a pretty similar look with brow soap. So I do that, but I don't like maintain it. And then I've also had my eyebrows perm or my eyelashes permed a whole bunch of times. Love that too, but just I don't always have time to like go and get that done. So yeah, I can just like curl my eyelashes, which is not as good, but it does the job. So I really don't do what I consider to be like tons of maintenance. The most like frequent thing I do is get my nails done. I go once a month. I get dip nails and they will last me like for 4 full weeks. Really not too much maintenance. And I do self tan too, but I just like do that at home. Yeah, it's definitely like a few things, but I feel like it's not like that hard to keep up on. Next, how do you get your breastfed babies to take a bottle? I introduced a bottle pretty early. I think with Cove I waited until 2 weeks, and with Lola I don't remember, but I think it was after like maybe a week. Like I really need to make sure that my babies take bottles, so I introduced a bottle like very early. Same with the binky. We literally gave both babies a binky in the hospital because I wanted, well, I think we did. It's hard to remember, but I'm pretty sure that we did. I wanted both of them to take a binky and a bottle, so I introduced them super early, and I think it helps to have somebody else give them the bottle instead of the mom. So usually Parker gives the babies their first bottles a few times, and then with the binky, we just like keep trying to give it to them, and they've both taken it really well. So, but I would say try a lot of like different kinds. There's definitely lots of like different shapes and stuff you can try, but I think for me, the key has been just like introducing it very early, like first days of life. Okay, next, what is Lola's schedule and how is Cove adjusting to life with Lola? So Lola's 4 months old now. Last night she actually slept the longest that she's ever slept. She's been sleeping through the night since she was like 2 months. I got really lucky with like both of my babies being good sleepers, and I did set up good sleep habits early, so like sleep training, but they literally never cried like at all. I don't do any type of like cry it out or anything like that. I literally just like pop the binky in their mouth when they wake up in the night and they like fell back asleep. So that's like my sleep training method. But anyways, last night she slept for like almost 12 hours, which was crazy, but right now she's awake for 2 hours during the day, like 2-hour wake windows, and then she usually takes like 3 naps. So the first one in the morning, I like it to be like an hour and a half, then a 2-hour nap, and then like a 30-minute or an hour nap before bed. And she's been going to bed at like 7 or 7:30, and she usually will sleep until anywhere from like 5:30 to 6:30. So I could put her down later and maybe she would sleep in later, but I cannot hang that late. I literally am counting down the minutes until I put her in bed at 7:30, like, and then I need to go get in bed and just like relax and go to sleep. So I kind of like that early morning feeding because I like to just feed her and then we cuddle and usually fall back asleep until like 7 or 7:30. I do have her on a loose routine like that, usually 3 naps a day, sometimes 4 if like I need to squeeze another one in. But now that her bedtime's earlier, usually 3 works, and then I feed her, I don't even know how many times a day, every like 3 or 4 hours. I usually try to do 3. Sometimes it ends up like being 4 if her nap is long in the afternoon. So that's her schedule. And then Cove is like slowly starting to pay more attention to Lola. She still doesn't pay that much attention to her. I think she definitely will when Lola can actually like sit up and kind of play a little bit more, but for right now Cove just doesn't pay that much attention to her. She did try to like carry her the other day, which was super cute. She's never done that before. She took her from in here like all the way out to Parker as I was like following very closely to make sure that she didn't drop her, but it was super cute. So yeah, they're slowly becoming friends. Next question is about our new house. So if you guys haven't seen, I talked about it on TikTok and Instagram and our vlog channel, but we are building a custom home. So the other houses that we built, so this is the 4th home that we're building, and the other 3 that we built are not custom. So we got to pick like the floor plan, the color of the paint, the color of the wood, all of that stuff. Basically you choose everything from like what that builder has already, but custom you can choose from literally everything, and you do a custom floor plan. So if you guys want to see more about that, then definitely follow basically anywhere else. I don't post on here like as much now, so you can follow me anywhere else if you want to see more info about that. But what I will miss most about the house we live in now probably is the location. We're moving to a different like suburb area. I'm excited because it's closer to like a lot of my friends and things like that, but we also really like where we live now, so I think I'm gonna just miss like the location the most, and just the fact that we had so many like firsts in this house. Like brought home our first baby, our first puppy, brought home our second baby, so it's gonna be weird to move, but I'm really excited for the new house. How do you organize your work day and prioritize the things you have to do? I feel like the key word there is like prioritize what I have to do. I always have a big list of like random stuff to get done. Like on my list right now, I needed to film this video. Another thing I need to do is look through the photo shoot pictures from my clothing store, like our last photo shoot, and take down any that I don't want used, but that's not top priority. So I literally just prioritize like what has to be done and what doesn't, and that's how I get everything done. And we also just hired a nanny, so she comes 2 days a week, which has been the biggest help ever. Pretty sure I have another question about her later, so I'll talk about that then. But having a nanny has helped so much because I can just work uninterrupted from like 9 to 5, and then just literally prioritizing like what I actually have to get done first and doing that, and then other stuff can fill in if I have time. Are you planning a family vacation this year? If so, where? We just booked a trip. I have a couple trips. I think I'm ready to travel. We didn't travel for a while because we had a little tiny baby. Now I think I'm ready to actually go on some trips. I've been stressed because there's so many more like logistics now of having 2 kids. Like if we need 2 cribs, we have to take like 2 car seats, all this stuff. With 1 kid, it was definitely hard, but it wasn't like as crazy as having 2. So I just booked our first trip, and I'm really excited. I'm gonna go see one of my not old YouTube friends, we're still friends, but one of my friends from like the old YouTube days, like when I first started. So you guys can try and guess in the comments where we're going. And then I want to book another trip to go see another YouTube friend, and I think we're gonna do Disneyland in a couple months for my niece's birthday too. So we have a few vacations coming up, which I'm excited about. They're just like kind of shorter little weekend vacations, but hopefully they'll be good and not too insane. Okay, how many more kids are you guys planning on having? Obviously lots of questions about future babies, baby number 3, and I literally told Parker yesterday, I was like, do we need any more? It's so crazy to have 2 of them, but we initially always said we wanted to have 4. We both have 4 in our families, and so that just like sounded right to us, and I'm not making any decisions now, but we'll probably have 1 more, and then I feel like I won't decide about a 4th one until that 3rd one is like 2 years old or something. I don't know, maybe 1, maybe 2. Will you be teaching Lola sign language like you did with Cove? Yes, I actually already started doing it. I only did a few signs with Cove. I did milk. I started signing this to her when she was like 6 months old. She didn't sign it back to me until she was like 1, but I already started doing it to Lola. It was so helpful to just have like those little signs. So we did milk. I also did more. We did all done when Cove was eating, which was super helpful because before they can talk, Cove would eat so much, and I always was like, are you still hungry? Like, I don't know if you are, and I want to give you more food if you are, but I also don't know if you're all done. So we taught her those signs, and it was really helpful. And then I think this one's water, but it was kind of hard for her to like do this, so I just did that for water, and she actually still does that a lot of the time when she wants water. So yes, I'll definitely be teaching those to Lola too. There's a lot of other signs you can do, like please and thank you and mom and stuff like that. I'll probably mostly just do the ones that we did with Cove because they were super helpful. Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I do that.
Mom's making a video. Yeah. You're supposed to be doing quiet time. Yeah, I ate all the food. Do you want to hang out with mommy? Should we answer the next question? When you move into your new home, will you hire movers this time? I'm planning on it. Parker did not want to hire movers last time, and we moved like 4 hours away from where we used to live, so movers would have been really nice. We're not moving that far this time. We're just moving to like a different area, but not a whole like different part of the state. So I want to hire movers, and I'm planning on doing that this time. Coco, someone said, how has it been since taking away your binky? Do you want to tell them what happened to your binky?
Yeah,
Come here.
Daddy is a binky.
Yeah, the dog ate your binkies, huh?
Daddy is a
Yeah.
Daddy.
What? You're so silly.
Daddy.
Yeah, I also posted this on everywhere else, but I cut the tip of those off and then I left them on the couch by Luma and she found them. Yeah, I told her that Luma ate them and she believed it. That was like the middle of the day. And then that night when she wanted to use them when she was going to bed, I was like, oh no, they're not working. Can we throw them away? And she was like, yeah. And then like that was it. So yeah, she wasn't mad at Luma. She really didn't care, and she only asked about him like one more time the next day, and I just reminded her that we like had to throw them away because they didn't work, and that was that. So it was actually pretty easy to take them away, and she really hasn't asked about it since. And even if I like bring it up like right now, she's just like, oh yeah, like, Luma ate it and it's fine. Yeah, the dog got blamed, but it worked, so no regrets. Okay, how do you run a business at home with kids around? The nanny, like I said, I think she's been working with us now. It's been like just over a month, or maybe like a month and a half, and it has seriously been the best because now I literally can just work like 9 to 5 uninterrupted 2 days a week, which is so nice, just knowing that both of them are like taken care of. And Parker also like works and has stuff to do too, so on a day like today, the nanny's not here, Parker's with the girls, but he also has stuff to do. So yeah, we have the nanny twice a week, and I feel like you have to have some kind of help. My only other tip is literally do things like when they nap. I know not everyone's kids nap, and sometimes they stop napping when they're only 2. Yeah, having help was like the most helpful, best thing that we ever did. At what point will you guys stop doing YouTube? From almost daily vlogs, then 2, now 1. Yes, we have been posting less vlogs because we literally cannot post more than like we are posting. We used to do 3 vlogs a week, like back in the day, like years ago, before we even moved or had any kids. I don't even know how we did that because we were traveling a ton. Then we started doing 2 vlogs a week, and now we're down to, we usually always do 1. I'll only skip a week if we like really are crazy busy. We do 1, or sometimes we do 2. Like this week we have 2, next week we have 2. So yeah, we're posting less. I'm posting less on this channel, and literally we just like cannot keep up. Like we're doing as much as we can. We have so many things going on. My clothing store takes up a lot of my time. Yeah, I don't know at what point we'll stop doing YouTube, to answer the question. We won't for a while. Like we like to make videos and stuff, but we really had to just take a little step back from posting so much because we like just don't have time to do more videos than we're doing really. How is the new house coming along? Have there been any delays? The new house is good. It's framed right now, so they're working on electrical and stuff like that. We've already made a lot of selections for like tile, lighting. We haven't had any huge delays. We've had definitely delays though. Maybe they have been huge, but now they're like in the past. So I'm like, we're still moving forward. Like even if something is delayed, we usually can move forward with like other things. Like our windows were taking a long time, but we finally got those. Our builder thinks it's gonna be done in July, but I'm not really planning on moving then because I don't think it would actually be done then. I feel like it's gonna maybe be closer to like Christmas. I'm just hoping to be in by Christmas, so we don't have any set date, but things are coming along. What is your favorite part about motherhood right now and the hardest part? I think one of my favorite parts right now is having babies just at like both of the stages that they're at, with Cove being a toddler, being 2.5, and then Lola still being like a little baby. She's not a newborn now, but kind of like going through that phase again because I really love the newborn phase, and just getting to have like a little tiny baby is so much fun. But Cove is also so fun right now. I always thought that I would like the baby phase more than the toddler phase, but I really can't decide like what I like better because Cove is so much fun. It's also so special to just like be with Lola, and it's different the second time because you know how fast it goes, and you know just like that everything changes so much. I remember looking forward so much to Cove, like crawling and eating food and like doing all of those like next things. Like with your first baby, you're like so excited for the next thing, but with Lola I just want everything to like slow down, and I don't want her to get bigger. And last night she actually rolled over in her bassinet and was like sleeping on her stomach, which is just like a thing big babies do. So I need to move her into her crib because the bassinet is like not big enough for that. She usually naps in her crib, but at night she's still been in our room. So even her like moving out of my room, I'm like not ready for that either. Basically my favorite part is kind of just getting to experience like both of those at the same time, because I do get so sad with Cove that like these times are over and just like all these like milestones and everything, and even just her like being a little baby and all these things. It's so sad to like accept that she's just getting bigger. So it's fun with Lola to get to experience those things at the same time as like enjoying Cove getting older. And the hardest part I think is everything. I don't know. What is the hardest part? I think just the fact that I have to also like work and do other things besides be a mom. Like people ask like, why do you not post as many videos and all that type of thing. But if I'm posting extra stuff, it takes up so much time, so many hours, and that's just time that's taken away from my kids. I just want to like hang out with my kids. That's another thing I've really liked about having a nanny is most of the time I can get most of my work done on the 2 days that she's here. She comes on Mondays and Wednesdays. So then Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, I get to just like be a mom and just like hang out with my girls. But I'm filming this video on a Tuesday, and then tomorrow I'm actually going to be gone for like the entire day. So I've been like working on this Tuesday. I'm literally working like all day today, and it just like makes me feel sad to like not have as much time with my kids. So I'm so grateful for the job that I have because I can have like the best of both worlds where I get to work and I also get to be with them. But yeah, the hardest part is just not getting to be there for like every single second because I feel like the days are just flying by and the weeks and the months and everything are just flying by. You didn't talk about postpartum as much this time. Are you back to normal now? Yeah, I didn't share as much this time, not even for any specific reason other than just like being a little bit busier with 2 kids, but I was lucky to not have any like baby blues or postpartum depression. I feel like I definitely had a little bit of anxiety, but I don't really know where the line is between just like normal mom anxiety who just had a baby and like wants to always be checking on it to make sure it's breathing, and like actual postpartum anxiety. I maybe had some baby blues if that counts as just like the general feeling of being a little bit overwhelmed when you have a baby, especially when it's like not your first baby, so you have other kids to also take care of. But postpartum was good. Healing and everything was good. I'm 4 months postpartum now, so I'm like feeling pretty much totally back to normal. It's definitely easier when I have like Parker around all the time to help me take care of the girls because I'm not fully doing everything by myself while also trying to recover. So postpartum was good. I started working out. I think I literally went back to my workout class at like 3 weeks postpartum, which you're not supposed to do, but I just like really felt like I needed to get out of the house and like just go do something for myself for like an hour. So I did that, and then I think I officially went back at like 6 weeks. So I've been working out and everything feels good, and yeah, we're just like getting into the swing of things, so things feel good postpartum now. That was actually my last question, so I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I feel like it is so long, but I love when people post long videos because then I just like listen to it like a podcast when I'm cleaning or getting ready or something. That is it for today. Don't forget to follow me on my vlog channel or on TikTok or Instagram if you guys want to see more, since like I've said 50 times, I just don't have as much time to post on here anymore. I've also been doing YouTube for 11 years, so the video ideas are very slim for me. I feel like there's not a lot of like trends and stuff right now to like follow and put your own spin on. So let me know what you guys want to see because I really don't know. Anyways, thank you again to TurboTax for sponsoring today's video. You guys can check them out. The link is going to be down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
From all my slip-ups and